Let's start with my presentation. If we look to that, this was the world of Magento in 2008, 2009. And if you look to this picture, you will see it's totally gray. So there were no Magento anywhere. And when Magento came up in 2008, 2009, there were more or less 4 countries where it was quite active. And we have seen this, of course, in America, in Germany, and Ukraine, and some other smaller European countries. And during this time, we had the first Meet-Magento conferences. One was in Netherlands, organized by Guido Janssen, who's also here today. And the other one was in Germany. And we never expected that it would be possible to go to the year 2014, 2015, and to have now nearly 30 events worldwide, labeled by Meet-Magento, and also living the idea, the vision, the mindset of Meet-Magento. If we talk about that, then I have to say Meet-Magento is not just a conference. Meet-Magento is much more. It's not a party, it's not only a nice place to travel to, what some people believe it is. Meet-Magento is a very integral part of the entire Magento world. What we're talking here about is a conference. It's a kind of movement. And this applies to Meet-Magento Spain too. Meet-Magento Spain is a very important part for that. And I can remember it was 2 years ago when we met Ignacio, and then he approached me and said, okay, I want to do a Meet-Magento in Spain. And during this time, we had only 4 or 5 conferences. And these conferences were more done, it was not planned. So we just did some conferences and organized it. And Ignacio came to me and said, okay, I want to do a Meet-Magento in Spain. And we said, okay, yes, why not? But this was a very special moment, because it was a moment for us when we thought about, okay, is it possible to go with Meet-Magento in a more structured way to other countries, to other ecosystems? And therefore, I'm very happy to be here again in Spain and to be in this place, what we have today. I will come back to the place, to the location later, because I believe it's a quite huge experiment what Meet-Magento Spain is doing today. One other point, when you post it, tag it. And as Ignacio said before, I didn't understand all the Spanish, but I saw what he had on the slide. It's also important for us, make public, tell your people, tell your friends what's happening here today and also tonight. When we look to Meet-Magento, then of course we have 2 words. We have the word Magento and we have the word meet. And for us, is Magento of course important, because it's the reason why we are here. But for us is also the word meet very important. And so finally, it's about meet what. And if we talk about the what, then we talk at the end, we will talk about your national Spanish Magento world. What you meet here is the entire ecosystem for Magento and for e-commerce in Spain. So at the end, we are talking about business. It's not about only about development, about community, what some people believe. We are talking about business. We are talking about developers, as I said before, about merchants and know-how, and finally about fun. Therefore, is the party very important. So we meet people, and you meet here the right people. You will meet the right people to develop your business, to do your business, and to come just one step further in the cycle of your company and the cycle even of your life. And looking to that, we see there are many people, many activities, many objectives inside the entire world, inside the Meet-Magento world. We have the Meet-Magento conferences, we have localized editions, we have also one localized edition of Magento for Spain. This was one of the projects of the international Meet-Magento community, just to prepare localized editions for every country, specially done for the local market. Ignacio has also done one for Spain. This means he supported us together with his team just to make it much easier to use Magento from the scratch. We have hackathons, we have also projects, e-commerce projects, we have the business support and help. And this brought us last year to another question. If we try to understand what's happening here, then what Meet-Magento, what the communities are doing is, we are doing some work which usually will be done by a vendor. Usually this should be done by Magento, by eBay Enterprises itself. To organize a conference like Meet-Magento, to come together, to structure the ecosystem, to develop the market, this is a usual task of a vendor. But in Magento, in the Magento world, we have something very unique. This will be done by the community, by the people itself. So, therefore, it was for me the question, what can I do with that? How we can bring this together? And we came up last year with the conception of the Meet-Magento Association. It's a non-profit organization. It's located in Germany, and it's based on German and also on European laws for non-profit. It's open for all. This means everybody can become a member of this association. All the people who are active in commerce and want to use e-commerce methods or tools or want to do that. This is an association they should be in. We believe inside the association and also inside this conference that e-commerce is only part of commerce. And we are all talking about the wonderful rates, how e-commerce is growing. But if you look to the full picture, at the same time, the normal commerce is not growing anymore. Only a few places, few countries. So what's happening is that e-commerce is taking some part away from the standard commerce. And that's something we should be always aware about that. We live in our wonderful world of e-commerce, and we are seeing it's growing very fast. But if you look to the entire picture of an economy, then we are only part of a bigger game. So what we will bring into the Meet-Magento association. There are three main blocks we will bring in. The first one was that we transferred all Meet-Magento conferences into the association. We have brought our localized edition into the association, and we brought into a support network for merchants also into the association. We will have also for Spain a Spanish chapter, and it's something I want to announce today. Starting from the 14th of January next year, there will be the Spanish chapter for the Meet-Magento Association, which will look after all Meet-Magento activities, but all e-commerce activities related to Magento in Spain. We will also distribute this information together with Ignacio and some other agencies in Spain to the Spanish market at the end of this year. Now it left me, okay, this was too fast. Okay, we have, Ignacio, what was the trick? No, I want to, exactly. No? Okay. Mm-hmm. No, that's that one. One more. Yes, one more. One more. One, no. To the back, not to the front. One more back. I just wanted to talk about two.
Una más atrás.
I wanted to talk about two projects inside our association. It's.
Más? Another more?
No, I want to talk about the customer engagement program and the customer connection initiative inside the association. These are two very important parts of our association. When we look to that, we had, maybe you have seen this last week, we had, again, the Guru Inc. bug. There are a couple of bugs and security problems, vulnerabilities of Magento, and most of you know that. So you are informed because you are active at the Stack Exchange, you have your agency who's looking after security problems, but on the other side, we know they are currently outside in the world. Magento says 240 to 300,000 shops using Magento. We believe it's much more. We believe in 400 to 500,000 merchants using Magento worldwide. And all those people, they don't know what's going on inside Magento in itself. So we are not connected to them. So we don't know them. Also the agencies, they don't know them. And we believe it's very important to have one central point, not only at Magento side, but also outside of Magento, where people can get information. And we will do this with this customer connection initiative. This will be one contact point where people can get information about Magento, about security problems. The other program, it's for us a very important program. We call this CEP. It means Customer Engagement Program. Behind that, if we look to the Magento world, you all know we will have quite soon Magento 2. And Magento has made very clear that there will be for 3 years support maintenance for Magento 1. But what we know today, of course, if there will be innovation in e-commerce, we will see this innovation implemented into Magento 1, not into Magento 2, not into Magento 1 anymore. What we will do with the association is, inside this program, that we will aggregate innovation which is coming to the market from agencies worldwide, not only in Spain, but can be in Vietnam, it can be in Brazil, in Argentina, in Germany, in US. We will aggregate this innovation into this customer engagement program. It means at the end that even a merchant who is using Magento 1 in the next 2, 3, or 4 years will get all the innovation which is available in the market outside of that program. Okay, coming to 2 other very important parts before I finish my presentation. One other thing I want to announce also here is the developer paradise. Most of the developers here in the room will know that there had been developer paradise conferences in Spain and some beautiful islands during the last years. We skipped it last year. It's a conference only dedicated to developers to be together for 4 days, to code, to learn, and to have some fun outside. And we will have this next year again. It will be organized by Inshu, and it will be done in Croatia. So all developers, please note, 25th to 28th of April, you have to be in Croatia for this conference. Our hotspot, the main topic is Magento 2. And this is also the first unofficial official event for Magento 2, I would say training, introduction outside of US. Okay, my last slide is a very special slide. You see we are doing also some other crazy stuff. This picture is from the Desert Gobi. And we are organizing since last year a special event in China. And we are called this Leadership on the Edge. And we go with 20 European e-commerce people to the Desert Gobi. So it's 4 days of hiking, 100K hiking, together with 120 Chinese entrepreneurs and Chinese people. So if you have interest to expand your business to China or to get in a special way in contact with Chinese people, this is a place to be. This is from 9th to 13th of June next year. And it's an amazing event. Some people who attended are also here. You can ask Kuba and some other of us who can bring you some emotions and some feelings about this event. The website is gobi404.com, where you can find more information about that. Okay, now my last 2 slides. It works. Okay, we have some aspects, and Ignacio said this before, which are very, very important for all Meet-Magentos worldwide. The first one is to enable and to connect. And when we talk about Meet-Magento, and then we have the conference here. And you have today a fantastic opportunity to meet your local e-commerce Magento ecosystem. So if you have any questions about Magento, if you have any ideas, if you have any ideas, knowledge you want to share, that's a place to be. Just go outside, talk to other people, ask your neighbor, get in contact. And that's the point, because I find it's a very interesting location we have today. If you look inside here, we have a stage, we have a kind of auditorium, like a cinema, and all is focused here on the stage. So this is a place to listen and to watch. But at the same time, you can go outside, you can connect, you can talk to each other. And that's something I really ask you, use this opportunity. And if you want to use this opportunity at a national level, Meet-Magento is also the place. As I said before, we will have next year 40 events worldwide. If you're interested to expand your business into a different market, if you want to go to Vietnam, if you want to go to the German market, if you want to go to Austria, wherever else, to Italy, you can use Meet-Magento to be there, to go out, to meet other people, to understand different foreign ecosystems. And that's the point also today. If you go out, if you meet people, it's also part of your life. And for us at Meet-Magento, we feel there's a kind of social, I would say, responsibility we have. That's also the reason because we go with Meet-Magento to countries like Greece. We had 2 weeks before, we had the Meet-Magento Greece. And it was for me, I don't want to say a disappointment, but I was surprised that we got only 42 attendees. And usually the Meet-Magento conferences are between 200 to 800 attendees coming together. And what we have seen in Greece, for us it was important to go there because we have the Euro crisis, and we believe with e-commerce, with Magento, we can do some good impact. We can change a little bit what's going on there. But at the same time, we didn't understand the ecosystem in Greece. And there was much more competition, as I expected, between the agencies. And for Meet-Magento, of course, it's organized by Interactive 4. But Ignacio has enough power, he's free enough to say, okay, all agencies can attend here, can contribute and stay together. It's here not about competition, it's really about sharing knowledge, being together. And the last point is, tonight's a party, please attend, please come. It's also part of life, and we should not only work, we should have a good part of emotions, of feeling in our lives. And that's the reason because we are here, that's the reason because we do Meet-Magento and go forward. So have fun today, share, thank you very much.